This is Jordon Forster then, head of Lincoln at Home. Jordon, after Exeter second in the table last week, it would have to be Lincoln top of the table this week, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's a good test for us. Like you say, Exeter last week, second in the table, and Lincoln first. Whatever any team is in the table in this league, any team can beat each other on any given day. And I think we proved last week in the first half just how well we can play as a team. The gaffer's made that clear in the media this week that he was impressed with the first half. The second half wasn't good enough. I think the early goal changed the game, but we should have dealt with it a bit better. The crowd got going, and I don't think we went under, but we could have dealt with it a lot better. You say Lincoln coming up this week, first in the table, flying high. But we've been working hard this week to come up with a plan to stop them.
And is confidence sort of building around the place? Obviously, there was the point against Crewe in the opening game. The manager's message is getting there, isn't it?
Certainly. Listen, we got beat 3-1 at the weekend. We got beat by 2 goals. We never came away with any points, but football's a results game. But when we come away and we pick the bones out, we see how well we've done, and we were very close to. It was never a 3-1 game. Anyone that was at the game, it was never a 3-1 game. And like you said, the point against Crewe, and every day on the training pitch, things are coming together nicely. The manager came in, as every manager does. They've got new ideas. It's up to the players to buy into it, which everyone has. And we're just obviously looking to improve week by week. It's going to take a little bit of time, of course it is. But his ideas, everyone's buying into them really quickly. Everyone believes in them. And I think the first half at Exeter really showed what he wants from us, and what we can do as a team. So we take the positives for that, and we bring that in, and we try and obviously go first and second half against Lincoln at the weekend.
And you look at where the manager played in his career as well as here, but right to the top. How important is that in sort of the ideas that he's bringing in? Because obviously, as a defender, I'd imagine that he'd be able to organise, the back four and the players in front as well.
Yeah, I mean, listen, he's, like you say, he's played at the top level. When you look at the people he's worked with, and sort of the clubs that they've worked with, so they've obviously picked up ideas throughout their careers. And the first day he came in and he showed the defenders a video, and it's something I've been taught before years ago, but I've maybe come away from it through obviously new managers and things, because things change. But the whole back four, but there's probably about 11 of us. We really enjoyed the video. We really enjoyed the way he's trying to adapt us as a unit. We really enjoying the way he's trying to, bring the team closer together in terms of the back four to the top two. And like you say, he's played at a high level. He's coached at a high level. So personally, I believe in what he's bringing. I'm pretty sure that all the boys down there do as well. So. We're looking forward to the challenge that's been set ahead of us, and hopefully climbing up the table soon.
You talk about the challenge. How big is the physical challenge against Lincoln this week? Because they're a team that, they play the way they do, but also they seem to have a great deal of momentum as a club.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there's no getting away from it. It's going to be a tough game. I think the sooner we face that head on, the better. We've been preparing all week for the game on Saturday. We know the style they play. We know what they're going to do, what they're going to try and do. We know their strengths and weaknesses, as we do every week. So it's down to us as the 11 that start the game and the 3 subs that come on to combat what they're going to do, and then us go and play and make an impact on the game in a positive way.
And personally, how close back to your best do you feel that you are? Obviously, you've had a run of games now since making that return from injury.
Listen, I mean, it was a tough injury. I'm not going to lie. It's got his sort of. The rest of my career will probably have affected me in some sort of way, I would imagine, with the type of injury it was and where it was in my body. But over the last sort of 4 or 5 weeks, I've felt like it never happened. Subconsciously, I'm not thinking about it. Consciously, I'm not thinking about it. It's happened. It's in the back. It's done. So the way I've been playing, I feel like over the last few weeks, it's been going quite well. I think I'm open enough to say that I would always prefer to be in the middle, but I'm playing in the team, so I am not going to complain. I am. Playing it right back, I've played there before. I am exactly a flying cafu, but I'm in the team. I'm enjoying it. So as far as things are going, I'm happy. Do you know what I mean?
And let's face it, playing full-back, there's a bit more running up and down the flanks to be done. So, you're testing it out and it's coming through.
Yeah, no, listen, I mean, over the last, I don't know, I think it's maybe, I don't know how many games I've played this season, but I think I only played 6 or 7 last season, and this season I've played more already. So, from a mental point of view, that's one of the biggest things over an injury. It's a mental side. The physical side takes care of itself. It's done. You do your rehab. You do this. As long as you tick all the boxes, you're okay. But a lot of players, you play with in the past, struggle with the mental side from a long-term injury. And as you say, I mean, this season I've played more games than I did last season. So mentally, it's nowhere. Do you know what I mean? It's completely out of my head. And my body's so far it's holding up to the challenges of the league. So I'm happy.
Thank you. Good luck.
Top man. Cheers.
John, you did put a hell of a lot of work in behind the scenes throughout last season. Do you think now, because you've been called upon to play week in, week out straight away, is it paying off now, do you think?
Yeah, I mean, listen, we came back at the end of last season and I had dates set. I never quite reached them, and when it came back, I played quite a lot of reserve games, and I picked up little niggles and that. But I think after any long-term injury, and you go back in, your body's always going to react in negative ways here and there. Nothing was too serious, luckily. I managed to play 6 or 7 reserve games. I had the summer off, came back, had a good pre-season, played. I think I've only missed maybe a day training since we came back. So, had a good pre-season, played the games, and obviously I don't think I started the first 2 league games, but since then, I've managed to get myself in the team, and my body, like I say, my body's holding up really well. And, I feel good. You know what I mean? I feel really good.
Yeah, you picked up the injury against Exeter, didn't you? Was there anything in the back of your mind last week when you went out to face them again?
No, there was nothing like that. But it was my birthday last weekend, so my parents were down from Scotland, and we had a meal booked and that. But last time I played Exeter at the stadium, I was drug tested, and for some reason I thought in the morning, I hope I didn't get drug tested today, because I was trying to get back, and obviously my family were down and stuff, and lo and behold, my name was picked at the hat. So apart from that, no, I wasn't thinking about the injury or anything. So it's part and parcel of the game, isn't it?
Yeah, you've mentioned your right back, centre back preference, but is this the most games you played in a row at right back, do you think, in your career, or have you done it regularly before?
I think I've done it before when I was a lot younger. I was just sort of like, I think the type of right back I am, which is what you get. I am the one who get you loads of goals and assists and that. But I like to think I'm defensively, I'm strong enough. I've done it before when I was a lot younger. But since then, probably not. But let's say I'm happy with the team. The boys are playing well. We're doing the right things, and hopefully the results are going to come. But as long as I'm in the team, I'm playing goals. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Even though you said you're not a Cafu, I did think I saw Cruyff turn at Exeter last week. Is that right?
Yeah. Well, on Friday in training we were doing a drill, and it required a couple of Cruyff turns out of me. So it must have been subconsciously in the back of my head. I'll try and get one out in the game. But yeah, listen. It is what it is, isn't it? I mean, playing right back, playing centre half, playing in goals. As long as you're on the pitch and you're playing and you're affecting the team in a positive way, I think that's what we want to do. As long as the team's going forward and going up the table, then I think everyone, whether it's down to cleaners or whether it's down to first team manager, up to first team managers, as long as the club's going in the right direction, I think everybody's doing their role and everyone's happy at the end of the day.
Yeah, and with that in mind, I think Gav Crowe deserves a mention, doesn't he? Because do you actually feel like you're fitter than you were before you got the injury all round? Even
Yeah,
to manage that injury?
Yeah, definitely. I think I looked at my stats a couple of days ago about the game. I think I've done like 11 kilometres in the game against Exeter, which for me is probably one of my all-time highs. And it is down to greatly down to Gav. I mean, I can work as hard as I want, but it's down to him and Ollie. It was last season. It was kept on pushing me, and I think without their expertise and without their support, I would have got there, but I would have struggled a lot more. And again, when I go back to say the physical side take care of itself, but the mental side is a big thing. So mentally, I think it would have been a lot harder to get over. And if I wasn't as mentally strong, I don't think I would have reached my goals in time. And then it might have got dragged on to, I might have not done a full pre-season because I might have been a bit worried, and then I might have, it's a domino effect. So a special mention to them too. Obviously Hutch as well when I started going outside, and just everybody in general. Everybody at the club helped me and tried to get me back to where I wanted to be, which is obviously playing every week and trying to affect the team in a positive way.
Yeah, and like you said, there's a lot of defenders at the club now. Are you looking forward to the challenge, because there's going to be 2 or 3 really good players challenging you for that right back.
Definitely. I mean, listen, every sort of, you know, where I was previously up the road, that's what it was like. You know, there was a lot of good players playing sort of in front of me, and it was always a challenge to get into the team. And it's the same here. Do you know what I mean? We've got Longley coming back. Longley will hopefully be back, and you know, I'm not too sure how far away he is, but he'll be back soon. Like you say, he's a good player, and you've got other players that can play right back as well. You know, Brimmy's played there, and I mean, listen, there's 3 or 4 people that can play in every position, probably in the team. And as much as it's good for the team, it's good for the manager. Obviously, you don't want to lose your place, so subconsciously, again, you keep going back to the mental side. It's going to make you improve your game, whether you're thinking it or not. It is. If someone's saying, listen, if you have a couple of bad games, I'm in, then you know, if you have a bad game, you're making sure it's not happening again. So, you know, it's good for the manager. He's probably the happiest that there's competition all over the pitch, and at the end of the day, it's good for the players as well, because it keeps you on your toes and keeps you at the top of your game.
Yeah. Cheers, John.
Top man.
Thanks, Jordan.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Tell you what. Cheers, pal.